Okay, it's Irie Jam 93.5 of FM. Yes, I am in the building, and right now it's time for me to see if I can head inside the offices of Pollack, Isaac, and DeCicco and see if I can make a connection with my attorney, the people's attorney, Adam Handler, who is the case handler, the baddest attorney in our neck of the woods. That's right, the baddest. And why I say baddest, because when it comes to you needing an attorney to represent you and fighting for your rights, then it's really Adam Handler, the case handler. So let's see if we can make the connection. We're connected by Skype. Adam, good evening to you, sir.
Hey, DJ Roy, what's up, man?
Not bad, man. How was your I'm saying 4th of July. How was your Labor Day weekend, man?
Labor Day.
Yeah, how was it?
It was good. It was good. I enjoyed some time off with the family. The weather was great. Was still on call, though. I was getting phone calls all weekend. A gentleman was hurt on a construction site, needed my help and some advice right away. A couple of car accidents, and a lady tripped and fell in front of somebody's house on an uneven sidewalk, busted up her knee. And I got a call today from the homeowner, the person that we have to put the claim in with, that said, "Is this Adam Handler, the case handler?" I said, "Yes." He goes, "I hear you on the radio all the time." I say, "Please call your insurance company and let them know that I need to speak to them."
All right. And, of course, for those tuning into the program, when it comes to the baddest, see, his voice is his voice is synonymous with Irie Jam Radio and with people that have been in accidents. So when he's on the train or he's just having dinner somewhere, people recognize his voice and said, "You are now the official voice, Adam." The voice of voices.
I don't know if that's, my voice is what everybody needs to know. I've never thought that I had a very good radio voice, but maybe I do.
Oh man, well I know you have a very good voice in court. That's for sure.
I do, and I'm passionate and I'm compassionate, and I think that really comes through when I'm on trial. And I've gotten many compliments at the end of the case from jurors saying, "Man, we felt like you were fighting for your own family." And I said, "I am. My clients are my family." And that's our motto. In fact, if you go on our website, you're not going to see on the top in the first screen. If you go on Case Handler, I think it's thecasehandler.com. We don't just talk about the millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars we've gotten for our clients. We talk about we treat our clients like family, and that's our slogan, and that's how we conduct our business. So if that's something that you're interested in, if you want an attorney that's going to fight for you like their family and not a file, if you want an attorney that's going to fight for you regardless of what your immigration status is, regardless of what's happened to you in the past, whether or not you've had some run-ins with the law or whether or not other attorneys have turned you down, you'll have the number saved. God forbid you ever need it, but if you do, I think you're going to be really happy that you're in connection with an attorney that really cares.
Indeed, man. I was on your Instagram account on Monday, and I was saying to myself, "Gosh, you look presidential, man. Maybe you should be our president."
It's really funny you say that. Like my cousin saw that. I didn't know that Ruthie did that Labor Day post, and my cousin said, "Are you running for public office?" And I said, "What?" And he screenshot it to me. I'm like, "Oh man, that's embarrassing." But yeah, listen, I try to be a man of the people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there saying they care. A lot of people out there saying they're going to fight for you.
True.
I'm not convinced that's the case. I think a lot of that is just trying to get your business. I just had a gentleman come in a few minutes ago bringing me his case, and he said to me, "We've been listening to you for years. I never thought I'd need your services, but the fact that I got into an accident, I'm just really, really comfortable that I'm here, and I know you'll take care of me," and we will. So one case ends, another case begins. We posted a testimonial Tuesday yesterday about, I think we used her name as Tara. The name is not authentic, but the settlement amount was, and that was $125,000 against the city of New York. She was involved in a car accident with a police officer. We had talked about this several weeks ago when the case settled. But she was in an accident on Christmas Eve, and she was hit by a police officer who claimed that she ran the light and he was involved in an emergency, which would have given him some additional protections. But we were able to fight all that nonsense and get her with a really strong number.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you go up against a case like that, because you're going up against the city, and we know how police officers are, and I always say we got a whole bunch of great police officers, and we got some that are, kind of just like people in general.
Yeah.
Just like you got great rated personalities, and you got some of them are kind of shady rated personalities. It's just a way of life. When you're going up against the city, they have such a strong union. They've got a strong bond, and I guess they've got the big attorneys also. How does that work?
Yeah, listen, I'll go up against a city attorney any day of the week. They don't scare me. What bothers me on city cases is that
the truth.
They're dragged out. I mean, that's really the point of it. If you get into an accident with a private insurance company, let's say Geico or State Farm or Allstate, they have a business to run. They want to, at least explore the opportunity of settling the case to move on.
Right.
The city, I don't think they care. I really don't. I know they've got a lot going on. They've got a lot of lawsuits, so they kind of deal with things when they must be dealt with, at the end of the case.
Right.
But I don't think they care. I mean, there are cases that, I could have settled with the city for, $100,000 or $200,000. They decided not to, and then a couple years later, they're paying me $2 million.
Wow.
It makes no sense. So, that's part of the problem with government. I think nobody sees the bigger picture, and unfortunately, these are tax dollars being spent. I mean, there's a separate fund that's put aside, but in as much as it gives me pleasure getting $2 million from the city of New York, I still think to myself, man, what a waste. It could have been resolved years ago for much less. And hey, listen, that's what we deal with. But whether it's a city case, whether it's a private insurance case, we deal with it the same way, the same aggressive approach to make sure that you get as much money as possible for your injury, because you got one chance and one chance only to get your medical bills paid, your time out of work paid, and of course the money for pain and suffering.
Mm-hmm. And for those who listen to the program, please jot down the number. The number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's the number to call. Question, Adam. Let's say, and we see this a lot, especially Labor Day weekend, where, on the Parkway, they have issues, and, you might have a stampede and someone gets injured. So suppose someone gets injured on Eastern Parkway. Who do they go after? Do they have a case? Can they bring suit against the city? Do they bring suit against?
You're talking about during the parade?
Yeah, during the parade.
Oh man, that's
tough one, right?
That's a tough case. Mm-hmm. It's a tough case. I mean, the city of New York or any organizer of a public event has an obligation to keep its participants in safety, but that's a tough one. You may have stumped me there. That's a tough case. I mean, you would essentially have to prove that the city knew or should have known that there was a propensity for something like that to happen, and there was inadequate crowd control.
Okay.
Not an easy case, but when you think about it, if there was truly a stampede like that, you can have some pretty serious injuries, even deaths. So certainly something worth investigating.
Right. So
out of all the years that we've been doing this, you may have finally stumped me. I've never handled one of those cases before, or even read a case, but I'm going to look into it, and next time we speak, I'm going to have a very good answer. So even more reason, ladies and gentlemen out there, if you weren't so enthralled by this conversation as it is, if you want to know the answer as to whether or not the city of New York would be on the hook if, God forbid, there was a stampede during the Caribbean Pride Parade on Eastern Parkway, stay tuned because I shall provide that answer.
All right, that's right. And of course, you catch Adam here almost every day, Wednesday right through Friday, right here on Irie Jam Read. And again, his number is 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529. Let's move into construction a little, and what is breaking, and this is when it gets a little more dangerous, because I think when it gets cold, Adam, the bosses want things to move on a little faster. They want to get out.
Absolutely, and you have less daylight. Mm-hmm. Where in the summer, I mean, the union controls it, but you know, you can technically work from 6 in the morning till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Right, right.
But in the winter, that workday is cut short.
Right.
You know, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So that's when the accidents happen, when workers are being forced to rush through their job to make sure that it's being completed on time, on schedule, on budget. Those are good things, trust me, as somebody that, you know, recently had some work done in his own backyard. I want that done as soon as possible, but to what expense, at what expense, to what cost do you want to rush workers that are dealing with dangerous tools, that are working at elevated heights, that are working under things that are being raised at elevated heights? But the good news is that the laws of New York are on the sides of the worker. So if you fall off something, or something falls on top of you, or there's another unsafe work condition that causes you injury, you got a really good chance to receive a fair compensation for your injury, and that's what we're here for, man. Like I said, whether it's a construction accident, motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, medical malpractice, nursing home negligence, any kind of case in which you've been hurt through the negligence of another person, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your family to give us a ring. We'll let you know where you stand, if we can help, how we can help, when we can help, if you're eligible for help. We can let you know all those things free of charge. The consultation is free. The phone call is free. In fact, retaining my services off the bat is free as well. There's no money down. I work on what's called a contingency fee, meaning I get paid if and only if I'm successful for you. So if there's no case, you know, I don't earn a fee. But if there is a case, Daddy's got to get paid too.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, Adam, you know, I tell people that, you know, you get some of the cases that some attorneys are afraid to touch, and I won't say afraid. Let me rephrase that. They don't want to put in the time. It's easier to do 3 cases than stay on one case that's gonna, you know, you have to do a little homework on. Why is it sometimes that cases that other attorneys turn down, you see fit to take on cases and challenges like these?
Well, the short answer is because, you know, I always like to fight for the underdog. So, you know, if somebody's been the victim, I want to try to help. That's my natural instinct. Sometimes I can't, but I always immediately am interested. But there are cases in which attorneys either don't have the resources to handle them or don't know the law. I once had a case where somebody got hurt on the job. Somewhere else, and the lawyer said, "Oh, you can't sue. It's workers' compensation." Well, that's true. If you're hurt on the job, you get workers' compensation. But if it's not your employer's fault, you can sue the person that caused the injury. So they rejected the case. We got that person $850,000 recently. So it's about knowing the law, you know, knowing the insurance company. Sometimes people see a case against the city of New York, and for the reasons we just discussed a few minutes ago, they don't want to deal with it. We'll deal with it. You know, fortunately, I have enough cases to feed me and my family along the way while we wait for the city to eventually pony up the big money. But, you know, we take every case like it's our most important case. It could be a case that we settle for $7,500, $75,000, $750,000, or $7 million. They're all important to the client, so we try to make it important to us.
Indeed, indeed. And as we are entering the third quarter of the year, probably tomorrow you can tell me what our numbers are looking like. See if we're going to top last year's figures.
Oh, I feel good this year. I feel good. Listen, Goodstein and I are on a roll. We're trying to do good work, and let's see what we got here. Pulling it up.
Well, while you're working on it, make sure they have the number. The number is 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Save that number right now. 844-774-3529. The Badis, I keep telling you all, attorney in our neck of the woods. So where we at, Adam?
We're a little over $7 million for the year for our case handler clients. Yeah.
$7 million.
Yeah.
Wow. And we're still.
And the year's not done. Well, I'm feeling good. This has been a year, I think, in which, you know, we've been really dedicated to be very, very good. We're always aggressive, but to a point now, I'm hanging up on insurance companies, and Matthew's hanging up on insurance companies. And if they don't give us our number right away, the next day they're getting slapped with a lawsuit. We really have no tolerance for injustice. And in the personal injury world, monetary compensation is justice.
Right.
I can't fix your arm. I can't put you back to work. I can't make the person, do your laundry for the next year and a half.
Right.
The only justice, the only remedy to you in a civil case involving an injury is money, is monetary compensation. And that's what we're in for, and that's what we're going to fight for, to make sure we get the most of for you and your family.
Indeed. Now, a case, and we're running out of time, but you touched on something that I want to go back to, where a woman was injured, and because of her injuries and she not being able to do what she needed to do for her husband, you also got money for her spouse.
Yeah, right. That was actually like a record in Queens. That was a case several years ago. It's 2 summers ago now. A woman on the MTA bus had a very bad leg injury.
Right.
One bus hit another bus, and all the people fell on top of her and crushed her leg. I mean, really messed up. It makes me sick just thinking about it, what she had to go through. Terrible. But she's got a husband, and he had a derivative claim. And she was awarded $4 million by the jury. And he was awarded $100,000 for his derivative claim for the loss of services that he had of his wife, both intimate and around the house. Those cases are generally worth, $25,000, and the jury awarded $100,000.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. The judge looked at me; he was shaking his head like in disbelief. I cannot believe that the jury awarded, first of all, her $4 million, but the husband, who wasn't even hurt in the accident, $100,000.
Wow.
So that was something special. But that's what we do here. Like I said, we fight to make sure that we get you as much money as possible. That's a case that the MTA probably could have settled for about $1.5 million. At one point, the client was willing to take, and I said, you know what, let's go for it. And she said, okay, I believe in you, I believe in your team, and $4 million later, she is a very happy woman.
Wow. That's what I mean by when you dial the number 844-774-3529, 844-774-3529 when you're injured. Adam Handler, man. The case handler, man. That's it. It's as simple as that. 844-774-3529. Save that number just in case. And if you need it, give a call. If you have a question, consultation is absolutely free. To hire Adam is absolutely free. Not because we're mentioning some big numbers like $4 million and all that. Remember, you don't get paid, he don't get paid. And believe me, he wants you to get paid.
My wife likes nice things. What can I say?
And rightfully so, Adam. And rightfully so. Here's the number again. The number is 844-774-3529. Thank you so much, my friend.
All right, my friend. Thanks for everything. Thanks for believing in me, getting the word out. God bless. Be safe. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Indeed, indeed. Adam Handler, the case handler. Here's that number again, 844-774-3529.